Hands down, Tams. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Back up and we'll get started.
T. Cummins comes in as the favorite at -130. The comeback on the 22-year-old Dylan Budka is +110.
Dylan Budka's height.
Oh, they're banging.
Yeah, we figured this is how they would start off, and they have not disappointed.
We've got the mindless Hulk versus the experiment, man. Mark Berry with the great matchup here. This looks like the perfect matchup. The way they're sized up, their attitudes, their nicknames.
Yeah, listen, I don't think he's as mindless as he wants to pretend in his nickname. Because I think this is a smart move. You look at T. Cummins, he's extremely powerful. He's got a lot of muscle. It takes a lot of oxygen and a lot of blood to power that. I think you push him up against the fence, weigh on him a little bit, get those arms a little heavy, and maybe take just a little bit of the heat, a little bit of the edge off some of those punches, Gil. I would think that that's a fantastic game plan.
Yeah, the mindless Hulk apparently has a mind on him. We like it.
Not so mindless. Budka, as Gil alluded to earlier, didn't give us much, but he did say his plan was to just break Cummins, wrestle and push the pace. Feels he can get a first round finish.
Okay, a little bit of a low blow here. Yeah, it looked like it was deflected. Obviously accidental.
You know, Cummins was talking about dropping at 85s. He feels faster, he's running, you know, but when you drop a weight class, so are your opponents. They're faster, they're more agile as well, and you have to adapt to that.
Here comes Budka again, clinching up, pushing Cummins up against the octagon wall.
Cummins trying to use that overhook in a forearm frame to keep the mindless Hulk away, but the Hulk, with the pressure, able to push him against the cage and get through that frame.
You got to be careful if you're Dylan Budka too, though. You don't want to gas yourself. You don't want to make yourself tired trying to get these takedowns, because T. Cummins is doing a fantastic job of staying on his feet. He's got a really nice, he's got a right overhook here. He's had the kind of head fighting for position here. You know, in previous fights, I've seen Dylan Budka force this takedown issue, and he's paid for it himself. Unfortunately, in some of those fights, he was already a little bit ahead on the scorecard, so it didn't matter if he threw away a round. But he's got to be careful not to gas himself here.
Yeah, and I think he's actually doing a good job of not really going for the takedown, but just pressing him against the cage and says, you know what, I'm winning here. I'm scoring points. I don't really have to go for the takedown if I can control him here. But with that said, it's still exerting a lot of energy trying to pin someone like Cummins against this cage here.
LFA 129 action going down here from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the Mystic Lake Casino and Hotel. Ron Kruk, Anthony Smith, and Gilbert Melendez with you tonight.
And Cummins is doing a great job of neutralizing any takedowns or anything huge, but he's losing here. And Anthony, you got to think you can't hang out against the cage too long. You have to figure a way to get the heck out of there.
You do. You got to change position here. And he keeps going to this left frame under Budka's chin to try to create some space and move around a little bit. Budka doing a good job of shaking it off. To be very honest with you guys, I think both guys need to do something here. Yeah. They're both kind of hanging out. They're waiting for the other one to do something. No one's really taking any chances here. I'd probably look to the referee to start to, separate these guys and get them restarted.
I agree. I was hoping for separation about 30 seconds ago.
There's that forearm frame you're talking about. Budka counters it with the shoulder bump, level change. Maybe he's going to go for a body lock this time.
There we go. Well, I mean, we're going to look for Budka. He's going to throw one straight punch and get right back into the clinch.
Oh, left kick to the head. Another one. Man, he flicks that up there like a 25-pounder.
Man, that came in quick.
Both rams level change and hit heads at the same time. Budka back against the cage. The crowd is booing. We don't want to see this, I'll be honest.
It's going to be tough to keep this crowd here at the Mystic Lake Casino happy with too much clinch work. Listen, clinch work is part of the game, but when neither guy's really taking chances, that's when you start to run into problems. When no one's advancing, everything in MMA is a road. No one's driving down this road right now, and that's the problem. That's
true, very true. You know, I do have to give the winning of this round to Budka at this point. He's pressing Cummins against the cage. Oh, beautiful elbow!
Nice
I think he's rocked.
Short,
Dylan Budka didn't like
shot.
that.
No, he did not
like that, Ron.
Landing from T. Cummins.
Look at that, one exchange, one shot, and look whose back is on the fence now. Immediately changed the whole entire course of this round. And one elbow at this point, maybe is all it takes to win the round, Ron.
Yeah, and known for his power, 4 knockout victories.
Yeah, that
3
was
first-round finishes, too.
That was definitely the most significant strike of the round. We're down to 30 seconds left. It's going to be a tough one to judge.
Right now, strikes thrown by Budka, he's landing 95% of his.
Another elbow by Cummins.
But as Gil, you said, was that shot from Cummins, did that do more damage than the strikes that Budka has thrown?
Yeah, that's what makes it challenging being a judge here. You know, are you looking for cage control? Are you looking for strikes landed? I still got Budka up a little bit in this round just from that control. Threw some left kicks to the head as well, and now he's pushing Cummins back against the cage. But Cummins with the adjustment, looking to pummel and land some elbows while he's pummeling.
Budka tried for a takedown to end the round. T. Cummins able to fend it off. Middleweight action here at LFA number 129. We're going to listen into the corners.
Good. Hey, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Hey, I want feints to set up your hands. Even feint like a level change, step back, boom, bring that right hand, all right? Left high kicks there too, but you need to set it up. You're just winging it. Hey, hands to set everything up, all right? You're better fighting. And watch something big as soon as the round starts, all right? He's going to do something big and stupid. It's going to be an overhand, it's going to be a 3-2, might even be straight again. It's going to be something. He's throwing those body kicks, he's throwing those kicks to test you too, so we're going to say high guard, okay? High guard, you're going to be good. You're fine. That was his best round, here we go.
Guys, your reaction to the coach's advice, Anthony?
I like T. Cummins. I like that advice right there. You know, they're saying he's going to come out fast, he's going to come out hard, he's going to do something a little bit wild and wide and start and close the distance and shoot again. And wants him to keep his high guard.
Gil, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was some good cornering advice right here. But let's, oh, beautiful.
His corner was right. Something big right into the clinch.
This is only the second time T. Cummins has been out of round number 1. Again, moving down from light heavyweight. Oh, Budka misses with a spinning elbow.
Budka looking to really press the takedown this time. Before he was just holding him, now he's trying to get this takedown, put Cummins on his back, has the head on the outside single, trying to run the pipe and lift. Cummins
is so strong right here.
Yeah, good.
Those takedowns would have been finished already right here, Gil. He's just so incredibly strong.
Yes, but I think he's still losing against the cage here, and defending isn't good
sure.
enough, you know, but definitely showing he has that great takedown defense. Look at that right arm of Cummins, pummels under to stop that takedown, and then sneaks it back on the bicep, and he wants to slide in the elbow, I believe. Double underhooks, neutralizing the takedown. Mindless hold, pushing forward. Cummins.
Come on. This is a little bit of pummeling happened here. T. Cummins has got the underhook, and that's what's stopping Dylan Budka from being able to change position again. He's using that underhook with that head position, just pushing him up against the fence. Well, T. Cummins here, I might want to separate here. This is your opportunity to separate, throw some of those big bombs that you already have in your arsenal. Because right now, Dylan Budka, he's winning these grappling exchanges on the fence right now.
I agree.
Periodically, T. Higgins does end up with, with a little bit of control, but for the most part, he's losing these exchanges.
Yeah, I agree. He's had his moments here, but he always gets reversed just like this, and he had his opportunity to disengage, like you said, Anthony Smith, and now he's defending the takedown and just losing the cage control time here. Oh, here comes a takedown, double leg slam. Cummins trying to use the guillotine as a defense. Takes him to his corner. Huge front trig.
Absolutely. Budka takes Cummins down.
And immediately figure fours the legs of Cummins, just like Jake Shields used to do, but we'll say just like Khabib does real time.
Such a good call. Hughes Trigg-esque. Why, guys, do you think that he took him all the way over to his corner just to be able to hear better?
It's that simple. T. Higgins he's got to lose this overhook. He's got to lose that overhook there. He's got to get his left arm. Oh, he gives his back up here. Dylan Budka gets one hook in.
Here's an opportunity for Dylan Budka.
RNC looks like he's locking it up. Nope.
Plenty of time to operate from the back of T. Cummins.
Budka's a little high. He got to be careful, but I do like that he's trying to attack the wrists, which are the posts of Cummins.
Oh, he's got to get the wrist control. That
is tight. This is very close. Under 2 minutes to go. And there it is. T. Cummins taps out Dylan Budka. A successful LFA debut for the 22-year-old named the Mindless Hulk. He comes over and says, thank you for having me. I love it, man. Well done. Wants the title shot already. Not shocking that he comes over and the extremely confident 22-year-old Mindless Hulk calls for the title shot.
Well, the Mindless Hulk stayed to his game plan, was able to eventually get the takedown in the back of his opponent, and whether that neck was exposed or not, the Mindless Hulk was going to squeeze till he broke that neck or Cummins' head blew off.
And how about that? That was Dylan Budka's first submission victory. Came in as a slight underdog in his LFA debut, and Anthony, he got it done.
Right here, he finally gets the takedown that he's been working for a round and a half at this point. Picks him up, shows just how strong he is. Takes T. Cummins all the way across to his corner. Big dump right here on the edge of the cage, and steps right over, just like Gil was talking, Habib always did. Works his way to his back, and just got that under the chin right there. He fought it for a little while, but you know, this choke is finished right away. Initially, he went palm to palm, goes right here, and just crunches right here. Just shows the strength of Dylan Budka. You know, this at 22 years old, this kid's extremely impressive.
Man, I really wanted to say Hulk smash, but instead it's Hulk submits. All right, let's get control of this and get the official time from Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Rob Madrigal, calls a stop to the fight. 3 minutes, 11 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by tap out by the rear naked choke, Dylan the Mindless Hulk.